notepad. One minute. Here. Okay, this is not the link. This is okay. See, for example, which is the common example what I used to do. In one of my outcome-based plan, I am saying reduce the batch size. Means what? Don't hold too much of code in your non-production environment. Try to push the code as and when it is completed to the production so that business value starts getting generated, which is the meaning of reducing the batch size. Now, the same organization say November, December is a freezing period. Okay. So code should not be pushed to the production. Are we not contradicting here? The same organization created an outcome-based plan saying reduce the batch size. Now they are telling November, December is a freezing period. Do not push the code to the production. Generally, I have seen a pattern, time and again repeated pattern is in the month of January, production defects will be more. Or rather in the month of January end or February, whenever a major release happen, the production bugs will be more for a simple reason that on top of a crappy code, some other code is getting accumulated. And whenever the bulk of code is pushed to the production, the more probability of the code is getting broke or rather break. Okay. So these kind of challenges will also be there whenever you are doing agile transformation for typically for a BFSI domain. Second is a healthcare domain. So any challenges that you guys want to share now? No, particularly from a process related or banking related challenges which you felt that the challenge is a hurdle for your transformation. I have given one example here. Any other examples? Think for a moment now so that you may get one or two examples. Okay, I'm not sure how many people know this. There is something called a DDD, which is called a domain-driven design. Okay, domain-driven design, wherein we have something called a ubiquitous language. Okay, so you can try to Google all these terms later. So whenever I'm taking a domain-driven design for a banking client, I got a lot of it. Of course, this domain-driven design is also one of the extreme programming engineering practices, but very few companies use it. So generally, people know only test-driven development, TDD, BDD, FDD. You have something called a DDD also, which is called a domain-driven design. Means what? The domain is going to dictate the design pattern. Now, in one of our agile principles, we actually say that the best architecture should emerge from self-organizing teams. But do they really emerge from a self-organizing team? If the team is really self-organized, probably it will emerge. But the challenge itself is to make the team self-organized, right? So these are all some of the things what I have seen is that no, my enterprise architect will actually come to me saying that this is the reference architecture guidelines what we need to follow, and the guidelines come from top to bottom. Whereas some of the agile principles says that the team should be cross-functional enough, the team should be self-organized enough, even to make decisions related to domain-driven or design patterns. So those are all some of the shady areas where I also have some challenges, and we are working on resolving that particular challenges. So I was just trying to ask you, challenges, at this level. Okay, not like my stories are getting carried forwarded from sprint to sprint. So, okay, so one of the question, one of the important points what I like to say is, whenever you are going for an interview, okay, let's say you are applying for a role of a enterprise agile coach, and if the interviewer is asking you, what are all the challenges you have seen? Don't tell any Jira related challenges. You need to echo challenges at that level. If you are applying for a scrum master or a team member, probably you can say some challenges related to impediment tracking, dependency tracking. Whenever you are talking about at an enterprise level, you need to talk about these level of challenges. If you go and tell them, I have some challenge in terms of tracking the user story in the version 1 or the Jira, then it is a straight way, no, people get feel that you have not played the role in the past. So whenever you are echoing the challenge, understand the level of the challenge, okay, and then try to echo it better. Okay, okay, that is one of the point what I like to share. Okay, now we will get into this last slide or the last case study in